So what creates value in a construction project? In my experience as a contractor, a project can be divided into basically three parts. You have materials, labor, and then overhead. And the overhead is everything that's involved in running a business that builds stuff. And so that's payroll and insurance and trucks and tools, et cetera, et cetera. And then you have your materials and your labor. The materials are widely variable. So you can buy absolutely top of the line expensive materials, or you can buy bottom of the basement, cheapest materials on the market. And the price difference between those two things fluctuates widely. The labor, good quality labor is going to cost quite a bit of money, no matter what materials you're using. And so from my perspective, the overhead and the labor portion of the project are all going to be quite similar, no matter what you're building. The materials can produce a massive fluctuation, though, in the finished cost of the project. So, for example, if you're building a wooden structure and you build it out of fast growth yellow pine, that's going to be quite an inexpensive materials bill, but you're still spending quite a bit of money on the labor and the overhead. The problem is you're ending up with a project that does not have as much intrinsic value remaining. Right. And so you're spending 60, 70% of the value of a much nicer project, and you're only recovering 40 or 50% of that value, right? When you spend more money on materials, then you're investing in the future of the project more. One thing I always try to keep in mind is that when all the labor is done and the paperwork process is done, such as engineering and permitting and all that planning work, the only thing that's left on the project are the materials. And so the materials being the only thing that you're left with for 30, 40, 50 years, in my view, really aren't what you want to cut cost out of, right? So from my perspective, the best value in a construction project is to get the best possible materials that you can afford, build them with quality labor, and do the job once instead of worrying about cutting costs out of your materials bill and then rebuilding the project way sooner than you should have to.